begin to uncover unsettling possibilities. One such idea is that of a cyclic universe, a cosmos that has no beginning or end, but instead pulses through infinite cycles of expansion and contraction. In this model, our universe is simply the latest, in a vast sequence, each one collapsing into a singularity and erupting again. What's haunting is the implication that before the Big Bang, the universe wasn't empty. It may have been filled with the remnants of a dying cosmos, a mirror of our own slowly falling apart. If this is true, then everything we know might be an echo of a previous reality, possibly one of many. The fundamental laws of physics could remain constant through each cycle, while stars, galaxies, and even civilizations might reappear, either in endless variety or eerie repetition. There's another avenue of thought that Cox has discussed, the multiverse. This theory proposes that our universe is just one bubble in a vast sea of universes, a cosmic foam constantly churning with new creations. In some versions, especially those based on the concept of eternal inflation, universes are born continually, from a chaotic quantum field. In this context, the Big Bang wasn't the birth of all things, only the opening chapter of our particular universe. The most unsettling aspect of this idea is that there may be no singular origin at all, no first moment, only an endless cascade of universes giving rise to more universes. In such a scenario, meaning itself becomes fragile. Our universe and our lives might be mere flickers, brief moments in an unending quantum storm without purpose or direction. Quantum gravity theories go even further. Some propose that time itself is not a fundamental aspect of reality, but something that emerges from deeper principles. If time began with the Big Bang, then the idea of a before becomes meaningless, like asking what lies north of the North Pole. Cox often highlights this mind-bending conclusion. If time doesn't exist outside the universe, how can we speak of what came before it? Loop quantum cosmology offers one possible answer. This framework suggests that the universe did not emerge from a singularity, but experienced a bounce. In this view, a previously contracting universe compressed to a minimum volume and then rebounded, expanding into the cosmos we now inhabit. The Big Bang, then, is not a beginning but a turning point, a passage from contraction to expansion. This raises compelling questions. What was that earlier universe like? Did it contain stars and galaxies like ours? Was it teeming with life, or was it cold, dark, and collapsing? Even more haunting is the possibility that if the laws of physics remain constant and quantum information is never lost, then traces of those previous universes could still exist in our own. Subtle imprints might be encoded in the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, where scientists have identified strange circular anomalies that some interpret as scars from prior cosmic events. Such a notion is not only disquieting, it's humbling. If true, our universe may not be unique or original. Instead, we could be just one act in an infinite performance, played over and over on an eternal stage. As Cox has noted, this vision challenges our very notion of beginnings and endings. What matters most may not be how it all started, but why it behaves the way it does now and what might come next. But the mystery deepens. Some physicists, drawing from string theory and M-theory, propose that our universe could have formed from the collision of higher dimensional entities known as branes. In this model, our universe exists on a three-dimensional membrane floating within a higher dimensional space. Occasionally, two such branes collide, releasing colossal energy and giving rise to a new universe. The Big Bang, in this framework, is simply the moment of impact, a violent event in a higher dimensional world. And alarmingly, it might happen again. There are even more radical ideas. One theory proposes that before the Big Bang, the universe existed in a state without space or time, a phase composed purely of quantum information. In this pre-geometric state, there was no distance, no direction, and no duration, just an intricate web of quantum relationships. The Big Bang, in this case, was not the creation of matter, but the emergence of structure, A phase transition, much like water turning to ice. Space and time crystallized out of something deeper and more abstract. If time and space are not fundamental, then the concept of before collapses entirely. Yet something must have existed, something timeless, perhaps mathematical in nature. Some theorists suggest that the foundation of reality is not physical but informational, a realm of logic, numbers, and relationships. What we perceive as solid and real may be no more than patterns of information evolving according to mathematical rules. And these rules are indifferent. They do not care about meaning, purpose, or direction. This, perhaps, is the deepest terror, not chaos or destruction, but indifference, a universe not made to care. As Cox often reminds us, our understanding is shaped by our limited senses, by our short-lived perception, and by our instinctive need for narrative. The universe, however, is not required to make sense to us. In fact, it frequently defies our expectations. We crave origin stories and happy endings, but the cosmos may offer neither, only constant transformation, a wave of becoming that never truly begins or ends. This is the profound, unsettling message behind Brian Cox's reflections. That what lies before the Big Bang may not just be unknown, it may be unknowable. Not because we haven't yet found the answer, but because we might be asking a question that doesn't make sense in the context of our universe. It's like trying to explain color to someone born without sight. Yet even in the face of this vast mystery, there is beauty. That we can wonder about these questions at all is astonishing. Out of silence, out of entropy and the unknown, came life. And with it, thought. Minds capable of asking what existed before time itself began. That may be the most incredible part of the story. Whether our universe was born from a collapsing cosmos, a collision of brains, or a timeless network of pure information, one thing is certain. It is far more alien and far more wondrous than we ever imagined.